Hello guys, so welcome to your channel which is Sci Engineers. This is Sushant. So we have been making videos for you guys for the MHCD preparation and for also the JEE preparation. We have already started uploading the videos for your topic which is differentiation. If you're new to the channel, you can just check it out in the playlist for your engineering entrances preparation. We'll be also uploading the physics section for this. Currently we are just doing it for the mathematics section. So do subscribe to our channel, do share it with your friends and do like the videos which you are doing. Also write in the comment section how you find these videos, whether they are helping you in your preparation. The sharing and the liking of the videos will help us make more videos for you. We would like to thank you all guys for helping us in reaching the milestone of 1000 subscribers. And we would look forward for your help to reach the next milestone. So keep sharing, keep watching and keep learning. So let's get going for the today's video. So let us take these two examples of your infinite series in which we have your y is equal to x plus 1 upon x plus 1 upon x and so on. So what you can see is it is an infinite series which is going to be a never-ending series. So in this what you have to do is you have to try to represent your y on the right hand side so that you will be able to solve this. So what you can do is if you just ignore from infinity, if you just ignore one of the terms like this particular term which is present, you are going to still remain with the infinite series present. So what I mean to say is if you just ignore this particular x for a time being, so what you can see is that this is basically 1 upon the same series which I am getting. So instead of this whole series, what you can do is you can replace it with your function which is y. So now this is becoming a simplified format of your question. So now it is just basically solving it. So you are taking derivative of it directly. So you will be having this with respect to x will be dy by dx, which will be equal to your x derivative which is going to be 1. You have a 1 by y whose derivative is going to be minus 1 upon y square. The reason for that is because you will be converting your 1 by y as y raised to minus 1 and your derivative of this will be minus 1 into y raised to minus 2. So that's basically minus 1 upon y square and it was not x, so you will be having your dy by dx also present with it. So taking the dy by dx terms together, so you will be having this as dy by dx into 1 plus 1 upon y square, which will be equal to 1. So from that your dy by dx is going to be nothing but a y square upon y square plus 1. Let's see another example of your infinite series. You have a y equals a raised to x, which is raised to a raised to x, and which is again going to be a raised to x and so on. So in this you have to try to identify which is going to be the repetition part. So you can see that a raised to x is going to be the repetition part. So this, if you ignore this, you are still getting this as an infinite series present. So it's just nothing but you will be just substituting as y. So after you have analyzed the infinite series, what you see is you have a constant term which is raised to a variable. Now if you just observe this variable is nothing but the variable raised to a variable. So whenever you are taking derivative of this, you won't be able to find the derivative directly. So for that what you need to do is you need to take the log on both sides. So when you're doing the log, so you will be having this as log y equals, when you're taking the log of this, it's going to be log a and the x raised to y will come down. So it's x raised to y into log a, which is to be found out. You are getting this as function raised to function. So you need again to take a log. So you'll be taking another log of this. So it's going to be log y, which will be equal to, the log of this part is going to be y log x, and since this part was in the multiplication, it's going to be plus log a. So now you have to just take derivative of this. So you can see that there is a log and another log present. So first you will take derivative of this log. So that's going to be 1 upon log y into the derivative of the log which was present inside it. So that's going to be 1 upon y into the derivative of y, which is dy by dx. This thing will be equal to your y into log x is a UV rule. So you will be having the derivative of y, which is dy by dx into log x, plus your y into derivative of log x, which is 1 by x. Now next term, you can see that this part is nothing but the constant part, because your a is constant. Your log a also will be a constant term. So that is why this term will be basically getting a 0 value when you are taking the derivative. So now taking the dy by dx terms together, so you will be having your dy by dx together, it will be 1 upon y log y minus log x. This thing will be equal to y by x. So from this you will be calculating your dy by dx. So your dy by dx will be equal to y by x into the y log y from here. So that becomes a y square log y divided by, it's going to be 1 minus y log y into log x. So you can just carry out the normal multiplication and division part over here, which is quite easy. So this is going to be your derivative of the function which is to be found. So discussing the topic which is parametric equation, you have to understand that parametric equations are nothing but the equations wherein we have two variables which are dependent on some another variable. So for example, let us consider that x is a function of t and y is also a function of t. So if you want to find what is going to be your dy by dx, then in that case you need to find your dy by dt and divided by dx by dt. So in this case your t is nothing but the parameter which is there present. So whenever you are having a parametric equation form which is given to you, you have to remember this particular equation, that is your dy by dx is nothing but dy by dt upon dx by dt. So let us take an example. How do you find the derivative of a parametric equation? So let us see this question which is having your x which is in terms of your theta and y which is in terms of your theta. So you need to find the derivative, that is dy by dx. So what you need to do is you need to just apply the formula. So your dy by dx is nothing but your dy by dt. Now in this case the question, the definition which we just saw, my t was the parameter. In this case my theta is the parameter which is there. So instead of t I will be having the theta over there. So it's going to be dy by d theta. So when you are taking derivative of y with respect to theta, it's normal derivative which is being present. So it's going to be 2 sine's derivative is cos theta minus sine derivative is going to be cos 2 theta into 2 theta's derivative will be 2. This thing will be divided by the derivative part of this. So that's going to be your cos derivative which is minus, so that's minus 2 sine theta, and the derivative of this will be plus 2 sine 2 theta. So what you can do is you can take the 2 common from there. So your 2 gets cancelled out. So what you're remaining is your cos theta minus cos 2 theta divided by, this is going to be your minus sine theta upon minus sine theta plus sine 2 theta. So this is how you find derivative of your parametric equation. Now depending on this only we will be seeing one more type, which is finding the derivative of a function with respect to some other function. So this is quite related to this only, which is your parametric form. So we will be dealing with that particular topic next. So let us see this question, which is your differentiation of sine cube theta with respect to cos cube theta. So what you can see is there are two functions which are present. That is, one is my sine cube and the other one is my cos cube. So you can take this as your u, which is sine cube x, and this as your v, which is cos cube x. So now if you just want to apply the topic which is parametric equation in this, what you can see is you have your u and v which are functions of x. So your x is acting like a parameter over here. So if you want to find derivative of sine cube x with respect to cos cube x, you can simply write that as du by dv. So by the use of your parametric form, what you can see is that your du by dv can be written as du by dx divided by dv by dx. So your derivative of u with respect to x is simply taking the derivative of this. So that's going to be 3 sine square x into the derivative of sine x, which is going to be cos x. This thing divided by the cos cube derivative, which is going to be 3 cos square x into derivative of cos, which is minus sine x. So what you can see is that the sine term gets cancelled, cos gets cancelled, 3 gets cancelled, and you are remaining with minus tan x. So your derivative of sine cube x with respect to cos cube x is nothing but minus tan x. So these are some of the topics which are present in your differentiation. There is one more topic which is your higher order derivative. So let's have a look at that. So let us try to understand the topic which is higher order derivative with an example. So you have a higher order derivative which is d square y by dx square. Now what do you mean by higher order derivative? We have seen the first order derivative, which is the simple derivative which we have taken. Now if you take the derivative of the derivative, you will be getting a second order derivative. If you take the another derivative of it, it becomes a third order derivative. So basically any derivative which is taken of a derivative becomes a higher order derivative term. So when you are having a double derivative term, that is your second order derivative, this basically means that your d square y by dx basically means that it is your d by dx of the function which is dy by dx. So in this, what you have to do is you have to first find your dy by dx, and whatever function you are getting, you have to take a derivative again of it. So let us first find what is going to be the derivative of this. So let's see the first order derivative, which is dy by dx. So you can see that there is e raised to minus x and cos x which is present. So it's the derivative which is your uv rule present in it. So it will be derivative of e raised to minus x, which is minus e raised to minus x cos x as it is, because it's a uv rule, plus it's going to be the derivative of cos. So derivative of cos is minus sin x into e raised to minus x. So in this, to simplify, because I need to take the derivative of this again, what you can do is you can take the minus e raised to minus x common, and inside the bracket it's going to be cos x plus sin x. So when you are taking the derivative of this, it's going to be just one uv rule which is to be applied. Because if you do the direct derivative of this to get the second order derivative, you will be getting a uv rule over here and a uv rule over here. So now taking the second order derivative, so as just discussed, your d square y by dx square is going to be nothing but the derivative of this, which was your dy by dx. So derivative of minus e raised to minus x is going to be plus e raised to minus x, because the minus gets multiplied with the minus, into the bracket as it is, plus it's going to be the derivative of this term, which is going to be minus sin x plus cos x. So you can take the e raised to minus x common again. So it's going to be e raised to minus x common. It's going to be cos x plus sin x. and this minus sign can be taken inside, so it becomes a plus sin x minus cos x. So the cos x gets cancelled and you have a sin x which is present twice, so that becomes 2 sin x into e raised to minus x. So this is your second order derivative of your function. So these were some of the important topics of your derivatives. If you have missed the videos which we have done for derivatives, you can just go in the playlist for your mathematics section of your engineering preparation. If you're new to the channel, we would like to tell you guys that we are going to soon upload for the physics section also for the preparation for the entrances exam. So for that you need to just subscribe to our channel, just hit the bell icon which is present besides it, so that you never miss a notification from our channel. So this is Sushant from Samartha Vidya classes, which is basically based for engineering and science students. We have been helping students for the preparation for the entrances and also for their board exams. We also help students for their engineering level studies also for the first and the second year, and we have specialized faculties for them. So if you want to inquire about us, you can just visit our Facebook page or you can email us at samarthavidya@gmail.com. So keep the sharing and the liking of the videos come, so that it helps us make more videos for you and help you in your preparation for the entrances. So in the next video, we'll be discussing on the MCQs related to your derivatives topic, and after that we are going to take up a new topic in your mathematics section. So stay tuned for that. We'll be uploading more videos for you guys. So this is Sushant signing off. So keep learning, keep watching, and happy learning.